If you have been living with chronic illness, pain, fatigue, throat infections, migraines, constant coughs and colds, maybe even UTIs, and you've tried literally everything under the sun to make it go away, but nothing seems to be working for you, then this video is for you. As someone who has worked with 100+ clients, I want to talk about something that most traditional methods ignore: the mind-body connection. By the end of this video, you will understand how your thoughts, emotions, and actions actually affect your physical body and how you can use your mindset to shift the way you heal. Your mind and body are not separate, they are deeply interconnected. Every thought that you think, every emotion that you feel actually ends up releasing a chemical in your body. When you are constantly in a state of anger, frustration, or just feeling fatigue, your body is in a fight or flight mode. When this happens, your immune system is suppressed. It slows down your digestion and it causes inflammation, which is one of the main causes of all illnesses in your body. Have you ever experienced having a stomachache right before a very important meeting? Or having acne flare-ups just before you're about to give an exam? That is your mind telling your body that something is affecting it. Let's talk about the missing piece in healing. While taking medication does help with the symptoms, and I would recommend that you keep taking the medication as prescribed for now, but it does not help you heal the root cause. If the underlying emotions and thought patterns are still the same, the disease will keep coming back and there is no stopping it. For example, throat infections are often caused due to feeling that you don't have a voice, or the voice that you are using isn't really being heard. Alright? So no matter how many medications you take for your throat infection, if the thought pattern remains the same, if you still believe that your voice isn't heard, it will keep coming back in one way or another. There was once a client of mine who had severe migraine headaches for about 17 to 20 days, and she reached out to me seeking my advice. I asked her, was she feeling like, she was not able to make decisions of her own life, that somebody else was running the show for her? And she said yes, she was feeling exactly the same. And that's when I asked her to practice affirmations on this, practice forgiveness for the person who was making her feel like this, and flip the script in her head, tell herself that this is not set in stone, this is not a fact, and that it does not have to hold value in her life. And in a couple of days, she messaged me saying that her migraine had healed. She hasn't taken medication in the last few days, and she's really happy that things worked out for her following my advice. So this is one example of what I've seen for a client work in a couple of days. Alright, and this can work for you too, no matter what your ailment is. If there is a thought process behind it which is causing the illness, it can be reversed. It doesn't have to keep coming back, and you don't need to keep popping medicines. Let's talk about some things that you can do on an everyday basis to ensure that you are not stuck in this constant cycle of taking medication. Firstly, let's start to observe your own thought patterns. What are your dominant thoughts? What are the emotions that you're feeling on an everyday basis? And are these thoughts empowering? Are these thoughts helping you grow? Are these thoughts making you feel nice? Okay, so whenever any symptoms arise, ask yourself, what is happening in my life currently that I'm not happy about, that I'm not very comfortable with, and what is wanting to be healed? And you will get an answer for sure. The second thing that you can do is to start using positive affirmations to rewire the thoughts that you have discovered in the first exercise. Okay, So for example, you've discovered that your voice is not being heard. Maybe tell yourself that it is safe for me to be heard, or I have a voice and it is heard. It could be something very simple. But go ahead and flip the script in your head and keep repeating that new thought every time that old disempowering thought keeps coming back into your system. The third thing you can do is start journaling about your emotions. Write down how is it that you feel, what made you trigger, what is really happening in your life. And when you write this down, you may notice some patterns. You may realize that there are things that are not making you feel that amazing, or maybe they're making you feel a little less of yourself, or they're hampering your self-belief, or people are constantly crossing boundaries. So journaling your emotions can be a really amazing tool for you to understand what's really triggering you and what is it that is affecting your physical body. One more tool that you can use is regulating your nervous system by breath work. So you can do any kind of pranayam as you like. You didn't cause your illness, but it is definitely your responsibility to heal yourself. Talk to your body very carefully. Every single cell in your body is constantly listening to every thought, every word that you're saying. So say it with love. Talk to your body with love. Listen to it very patiently, and you will hear the answers. If this video makes sense to you and you want to go deeper into healing any physical ailment or literally any area of your life, I offer one-on-one coaching, and I would be so honored to guide you on this journey of healing and manifesting your deepest desires. So I hope to see you, and thank you for being here till the end. I'm so grateful you decided to spend this time for yourself, for your growth, for your healing. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.